Good, you guys, it's 3 stacks. I want to show you a fun deck today. It's Prediction Princess, Shaddolls, Worms. I don't know. It's like I would just call it flippity flop control. It's a really cool deck, and it's like I put a bunch of cards together to see if they work, and it runs really cool. So it's one of my creativity. It's one of my creative decks. It's got a lot of spice to it. In fact, it's so much spice you're gonna need a glass of water for this because it's just really good. A triple Terra Train. So she's like the best card in the whole deck. You just pull off so many nutty combos with her. I'm gonna explain like a lot of ways you can abuse her in this deck when I bring up the cards that you abuse her with. So Terra Trace, she's like basically the best card in the deck. And then for engine cards, we're running a triple Spirit of the Fall Wind, triple Shaddoll Beast, double Hedgehog, double Skamana, and then we're running a 2 Shaddoll Falco and 1 Shaddoll Dragon. These are all engine cards. I look at the Shaddolls like an engine. Well, Spirit of the Fallen, she's not Shaddoll, but she's engine for any flip effect, so she just gets you what you want. But I look at all these guys like engine cards. This is draw, this is search, this is utility, become whatever effect you want. So this is 2 more draw, 2 more search. And Falco is like MVP of the entire deck because this is how I pull off all of my synchro plays. Like I recycle Falco like crazy with the Prediction Princess. I just keep bringing them back, just keep recycling them so I can continue to synchro summon. And of course, Falco himself recycles, so he's kind of like the best shit all. He's my favorite. I don't run him at 3 because he just really bricks. If you draw him your opening hand, you don't have targets for him yet, so that's the second thing. And then the dragon, because you know he's good to bounce monsters, which is really relevant because a lot of monsters you don't want them hit in the graveyard these days, and you know the back row effect comes up. So this is pretty much just engine. Like the entire deck is actually just engine cards. And for the princesses, it's kind of like a small lineup: a triple Koi Norma, 2 Arrow Sylph, or Arrow whatever it is, and then 1 Crystal Dime. Now these are just engine cards. These 3 basically give me to any flip effect monster that I want, and also can float. Like if your opponent attacks one, use this effect, special another one, attacks the other, special the third, gets attacked. Special princess because you can only use princesses that turn. Why not? But if you're not surviving an OTK, you can literally just flip this, special summon Pot of the Forbidden directly from your deck. Use Pot of Forbidden next turn to draw 2, or Raigeki, Heavy Storm, however you want to do it. But I like Kornorma a lot. Like she can be offensive and defensive. So the tempo of this deck is really cool. And you can apply the pressure. Just with this card, you can apply a lot of pressure. And these are basically Ritual Engine. It's really cool because they can be ran in any deck. You might get in a little closer. Just a little closer. They're basically like any ritual deck who has trouble with consistency or is a little slow. You can run the princesses in them because they search any ritual monster or any ritual spell. So it's kind of broken. I just run the 2 and the 1. Crystal Dine more or less becomes my fodder for the Shaddoll Anoyatilis because often I just pre-prep for my my territory in the ritual. And the cool thing is this one recycles my prediction ritual, so I'll banish 1 to 2 copies of it to search and always leave at least 1 prediction ritual left. Like banish 2 and leave 1 because I could just keep recycling from grave to hand with her effect. So that's it for the princesses. Very small lineup, you know, they're just engine cards. Essentially, this is engine cards, and basically this is all engine cards too, the Shaddolls. So yeah, I like the deck a lot. It's extremely consistent, and it's just so fun. And this is a really cool engine that I'm running. A lot of people don't even care about worms. Me, I'm a really big nut for the hidden arsenal, basically the hidden arsenal archetypes. Like I have nearly every deck from hidden arsenal 1 all the way up until 7. A lot of them I don't play, but I still keep them because they're kind of like just a collector thing. And so I'm running Worm Links because during the end phase you can draw 1 card, and it's during each end phase. So he can apply the pressure because if your opponent basically, he's going to take the heat. If your opponent doesn't kill him, you're going to draw every turn. And it's really broken because you can actually recycle him from your graveyard with your Terra Tray, and you can just keep drawing off of this 1 card. Worm King, he's a target for my W Nebula Meteorite. It's just a combo because you play Meteorite, you flip up all your face downs, you flip your Shaddolls, trigger their effects. You flip your princesses, trigger their effects, flip Pot of the Forbidden, trigger its effect. Just really broken. Then in phase, Special King, and you may possibly have one of these 2 targets to set them back face down and draw a card. So it's just really broken. And I'm running Worm Yegging because he bounces face ups back to the hand, so he's pretty broken. So it's a very, very small worm engine. And the Worm King basically becomes an out. You distribute himself and pop a card. So yeah, I like it. I've run a lot of different engines in this deck. It's just spicy and innovative, and I don't take what's the word? I don't take ideas or like builds from other people. So my prediction Princess Shaddolls are really different from any you've ever seen. I promise. I'm running the two Fairy Tale chicks and then the Pot of Forbidden for basically my next spicy engine. These work with each other. These two. And Fairy Tale Sleeper is pretty broken because when she's flipped, you can just special summon one monster from hand. So that's just, I think that's just really, really broken. How you could just special summon any monster from hand. But she's a flip effect, and also you can tribute one monster to make a normal spell or trap. I believe normal spell or trap. I could be mistaken. It could just be spell. No, normal spell or trap, and that target becomes change one monster you control to face down. So she's like a Terra Tray on board. And then the snow, because I mean we should know the snow is broken by now. Of course, I'm not milling her. I'm actually just using her effect to set face downs. And you can actually go sleeper, special snow, snow's effect. Just really broken. And Pot of Forbidden, because he's like, other than Terra Tray, he's the best monster in the whole deck. If you guys don't know what Pot of Forbidden does, just look him up. He's broken. And then for spells, just all engine cards, 3 pre-prep, 3 prediction ritual, 2 Shaddoll fusion, 1 L Shaddoll fusion, and 2 twin twisters. Now, pre-prep is broken in this deck. Prediction ritual is broken because you can banish it, search any princess. So this is essentially 3 extra copies of your Coin Norma or whatever you need. Shaddoll fusion is broken because a lot of people just don't play around it anymore, and oftentimes they end their combos with extra deck monsters on board, which this is like Void Imagination in a way. Void Imagination and Shaddoll fusion are basically like the same thing. One's just more broken, but I like this a lot because you plus off of this. If they have an extra deck monster, you can fuse in your Shaddoll Beast and Hedgehog, and you basically, I look at it as a +2 because you get 2 cards from it, and you also get a field presence. So I think it's pretty cool. El Shaddoll because you can play on your opponent's turn, chain, make Winda, interrupt their play. It's just really broken. And also, it's not just defensive. You can be aggressive. You can activate this in battle phase, for more damage push. Now, 2 Twin Twisters just simply because this deck can lose to back row because it's a fun deck. So it's not really something that can play around back row. And then for traps, 2 Sinister Shadow Games, 2 W Nebula Meteorite, and 2 Black Catastrophe. Now, all these traps kind of do the same thing, just in reverse ways. We all know what Shadow Games does by now. It's just an engine card and it's broken. And W Nebula Meteorite, this card says change all face-down defense position monsters on the field to face-up defense. And then during the end phase, you're going to change any reptile-type light worm monsters you control to face-down, draw a card, then special summon Worm King from your deck, basically. And essentially, I'm running this not just to trigger the worm effect. To trigger the worm shenanigans, bring out King, but I run it because it activates my flip effects all at once, which just opens all these broken chain links and just gives me a lot of advantage. So I like it. It's a cool combo with Black Catastrophe because Black Catastrophe is just ridiculous. I kind of just run it as like a stall out card because it's just like I often control a lot of face downs, so you just activate this if you control 2 face downs. End your opponent's battle phase, which gives you time to push for game next turn. And you can also banish it from the graveyard, target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including 1 prediction princess, change them face down. And that works for your opponent's monsters and yours. So I like it a lot. So it's pretty much, these are the traps. And just 2 of each because I don't want to brick and, draw into multiples of either. And that's the main deck. Extra deck. This is pretty cool. I like this deck because it makes rituals, synchros, fusions, and XYZs. All 4, which is a really cool thing about this deck. Triple Winda, 1 Wendigo, 1 Anoetilis. The 1 card I'm missing is Shiki Naga. The Prediction Princesses give me access to pretty much all the attributes I need. I'm just missing Shiki Naga because that's my core Norma is my target, but I don't have it. So these are the Shaddoll fusions I'm running for now. And Wendigo is actually really strong. It comes up a lot because when you're going second and they have set up this powerful field and you kind of can't play around it just yet, you can just stall out with Wendigo. The Trishula, BLs, Cypher Lord Omega, Clearwing. This guy is he's my favorite. I like Omega a lot. This is kind of like a cheap version of Omega, but this guy comes up a lot. I really, really like this card. Zeta just basically is like, if there's a monster with too much firepower, which this deck doesn't have too much firepower anyways, you just banish him and that monster, get it out the way so you can just push. Essentially, it's like Burning Abyss Farfa, but a lot more powerful. And he has other effects too, but I mainly use him just to banish the monsters until the next standby. So it's like, it's really broken. Thing you have to keep in mind is you have to leave you have to leave an open monster zone for him in order for you to use his effect, because if he can't come back, then you can't use it. And then Coral Dragon, Stardust Charge Warrior, Samsara, Monster Reborn right here. Reborn any monster, just from either player's graveyard. I think he's so broken. And it's like, this guy, I just want to take some time to just give him credit. A lot of people just don't even run this card at all. And it's such a broken effect. It's really good. It's Monster Reborn and a monster effect. And it's just like, I don't know. I think most people don't run certain things because everybody else doesn't run it. But I feel like you should think for yourself anyways. You shouldn't do stuff just because everybody else does. And then Durandal and Trapeze Magician. These are just my synergy cards, my combo playmakers. I didn't have too much space for XYZs because all these synchros, I like them a lot and I don't want to let go of them. So I just wanted to choose basically some standout guys. Durandal comes up a lot. You run basically a lot of level 5s, including your synchros. And Trapeze Magician because basically all my level 4s aside from Aerosylph are spellcasters, and why not? It's a big push. And any damage you take that's his attack or less, you don't take it. So it's really cool. The deck is like really fun. Like I have a lot of fun with all my decks. It's just really cool. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Tell me what you think. It's a lot of creativity going on with this deck. And I'm very positive that you guys haven't seen a Prediction Princess deck like this before. So, just give me your honest opinion and feedback. God bless you guys. And I'm about to do my Metal Foes ABC, so you guys stay tuned for that.